Hey guys, Richard here. So the new year is almost here, and I wanted to take the chance to share a few words with you, and that is be encouraged. Whatever it is that you're working on, whether it's acting, singing, cooking, writing, whatever it is, keep pursuing it. I'll share with you a quick story. The other night I got into bed, and before I lay down to sleep, I said gently under my breath that I needed some encouragement. It isn't doubt, but sometimes you're working on so many ideas and you're trying to piece them all together and it isn't easy. So I said under my breath that I needed some encouragement. The very next morning, I get a text from my older brother telling me that his daughter, my niece, went to school and her teacher mentioned that she knew who I was. She followed me on Instagram and she was thinking about getting a copy of my book. And I said to myself, wow, what are the chances of that? What are the odds of that? So I share with you this story to let you know to keep pursuing that thing, that whatever it is that keeps pulling on you, whatever it is that keeps knocking on your door comes from somewhere, not to give up on it. Happy New Year, and here's a recap of some of my Speak Series episodes I did this year. Thanks. Bye, everyone. I think a lot of it comes down to persistence, How bad do I want it? And what am I willing to sacrifice for it? How far am I willing to go? And will I risk it all to gain it all? Persistence. There is nothing like it. If you spent years in a cold room trying to piece together something, then you learn to have respect for it no matter who does it. But I believe there comes a moment when you've been working on something for some time, even years, when it all comes together, when it all falls into place, That's when God gives you the keys. That's when God finally shows you what he's been doing all along. Up until that point, he has been showing you glimpses of it, but now he shows you the full picture through your persistence. There have been times when I have woken up past midnight to go to the gym. There is just something in me that refuses to give up, that refuses to settle. I think that is a desire in all of us, to want to be our best. I like how I feel after I train. It feels good to build the body, mind, and spirit. I feel like I've been training all my life, towards something, towards the person I was created to be. I've come too far to give up now. Even with all that said, have you realized how hard it is to control our tongues? If there's something stirred up in here, it's gonna come out of here. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. I think it is holding one without letting go of the other. I think the highest test of character is becoming who you were born to be, and that is your good and your bad coming together to serve a purpose. By grace, I am who I am. But I don't even dress the same way anymore. I don't talk the same way. I don't think the same way. So, I think we have to allow people and give people the space to grow and become better. Writing is a very solitary craft. Most of the times you're walking alone, you're thinking alone, you're doing alone. It is a labor of love for sure. It takes a lot of persistence, and most of the times you're not seen. You go sit at a coffee shop somewhere, or you find the corner of a library, or even in your car, you're not seen. During my freshman year in college, a shift started to happen within me. I think we all get to a point, and I don't know if I had the right phrasing for it or not, but we get to a point when we desire or want to live out the best versions of ourselves. We desire to live higher. I know what I'm capable of. I know what my potential is, and I want to live to that. I would say that when you have been through an experience, it gives you wisdom that those around you may not have. So it was a blessing even in the fall. Just having respect and a reverence for things. That's how I live my life today. Now look, I'm not perfect. I struggle with many of the same things that we all struggle with. Impatience, frustration, temptation. But how I deal with people today, I think is where I have grown the most, showing that respect and reverence.